My parents just made it down. They stay with me for a while in the winter, and I had to get them away from network news. That's an inside joke. They like to watch the news a lot. But we have a really great time going out into nature here and looking around, so I got them out into Corral Canyon. Where the road ends is typically where the adventure begins for me. My name is Matthew, and this is Exploring God's Country. It's Sunday, December 3rd. It's about 4 p.m. We're just getting a walk in. We're gonna do some picnicking here with my parents. And I wanted to explore Corral Canyon a bit. I've been researching the Lost Guadalupe mine, which is thought to be in this canyon somewhere. So I decided this shirt would be a good one to maybe wear hiking. It's only, $25 is expensive, but as far as shirts go, it's pretty cheap. And it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm. It's flannel, isn't it?
We'll pick that up on the way back out. So somehow this guy got a bulldozer, if I'm in the right spot, up here and around on top of this hill and bladed the top of the hill up here. I have no clue how you get a bulldozer through here. He must have filled it in and it's washed out, or we're in the wrong spot. Up in front of us is a peak I've had my eyes on for quite a while. It's much more prominent from Peck Canyon, the south slope, but here in Corral Canyon, the peak is very pointy and looks like it'd be a fun one to try and get up. I just need to find somebody to go up there with me. This looks like a much older can. I can't find a date on it. I found them with the where you gotta puncture the top of the lid. The can opener. I found a Pepsi can like that years ago.
But it does look like that isn't a natural rock fall.
I don't know. Somehow we managed to fall into the creek bed and lose the path. I don't know if my parents want to come any farther, but I'll go back down on the path. This has been recently trampled here. Let me show you that. There's a sign here. Sign of water jumpers here. That's a little old. It's sun-baked. I'm gonna have to come back here another day with some friends to explore deeper on this trail. We are going to head to the campsite here and have a little picnic and campfire. This looks really exciting back here. So Father's taken this little path or drainage.
It looks like this is so old, Matt. Or it's been in here so long enough that you can't even see what it was.
Some of my friends, they prospect back here in the mountains. They look for gold, and when they find it, they show me they got this little speck of gold. And I have to kid with them. The real gold are these aluminum cans out here. Look, that's the older kind. It doesn't have the pull tab. Or I don't know, that's really old. Can't help but notice how pretty this little canyon is here. I don't even think it has a name. I'm gonna have to, I said this already, I gotta come back here and explore more of it. There are spots all over the place in this creek bed with water in them where it comes on top of the bedrock or the granite there. I think that's granite. I'm not a geologist. If you really were thirsty, you could theoretically get a drink out of that. There are some thoughts on that. I carry water treatment stuff in my bag my emergency pouch in case it came to that. When I drove my truck back here, it's kind of tricky to get around this hole here. I'm afraid I'd go in the ditch.
I would have been too, Matt. Not just
Get
in the
stuck.
ditch over the side.
Well, I don't think it'd tip over there. It's not very bad, but I get stuck. Be a problem, but I didn't. We are really interested, James and I, in exploring these peaks to my northwest. And one of them is called Tumamoc. You may have Tumac. I get Tumamoc and Tumac mixed up. You may have heard us talking about it. We went over by Lobo Canyon and tried to figure out how to get up there. And the other side is this rock Corral Canyon, and it looks fairly treacherous to get up the slope from this side. But someday, with luck, we'll get up there. Here's a little campsite I like to visit. It's at the confluence of a ditch coming down from the north ridge to the main creek in Rock Corral Canyon. So I've been back here a number of times. We've explored this ditch back here. Tony and I found what I would call hoodoos. They're pretty cool. A couple of times ago back here, there were cows all over the place. So I had good morning to them. But I want to show you something here really quick. Up ahead of me is a very pointy peak. And when we're coming down from Tumacacari Peak, just to the east of that, I spotted what I thought was a mine entrance. And watching YouTube, another gentleman told me that he thought that mine goes all the way through underneath that pointy peak. And so I'd love to go back in that canyon with that in mind and see if I couldn't spot the mine coming out on the other side. I want to point something out here. When we came, somebody had been here and the coals were still hot in this fire pit. That is something I'm very careful about. Whenever I go out, I'm going to show you what I have right next to the fire. Make sure you don't start a forest fire if you're back here. We're going to bury the coals with this shovel after we've doused them in water and stirred them up. At this point, I fired up my camp stove, reheated some leftovers from last night's supper, and we enjoyed those over a nice campfire.
Oh, it's very good. It's nice and warm. Enjoyable. The smoke is going the other direction, so we don't have to burn our eyes and just sit and be warm.
There's something in the back of the truck here. Well, today William and I are up beyond where my parents petered out. So there's a peak I'm interested in. It'll be good to just scout and become acquainted with this here. If we don't do that today, I can do it another day. Have you been up there before?
Not that one, I don't think.
I think we may have hit a false peak in the trail. It seems too easy, but we're coming to another saddle here. I'm starting to see the peak now, the actual peak, not the faker outer on my side here. We've been going straight up. William's been shredding me here. Every so often I have to stop and take my breath.
Shin daggers is what we call them.
Oh, okay.
Ankle daggers. It's all the same.
Yeah, they hurt. Well, they sting or poke. Got a hold there. Whew. Oh, that just came right out. I picked up on it. You got a phone call up here?
No, but I do have service.
That's cool.
There you go.
Get the tip of the ankle dagger out. Easy peasy.
Here it goes.
Say hello.
Oh, hi.
We have a little bit of a campsite here from our visitors down south. Let's see, they enjoyed themselves. They even had a little wet wipe shower down there. Perhaps did their business. And a great view, by the way. They're taking all our best views away from us.
Cheetos?
Oh man, these guys are high class. They had wet wipes.
Well, you don't want to be itching.
Yeah. Oh, they had their little burner stove here. Oh yeah, we could almost squeeze some more lime juice out of those. Well, Will and I, we've got ourselves on this little shelf here, and he's thinking about dropping down a little bit because otherwise we come up on this shelf here and we're not sure what's on the other side. Well, we made it around the spot where William was like a hero of heights. He just skirted the edge of that slope there, and I went and took the more mortal route. But I made it up here. We're not quite to the saddle, just below the peak. Well, William and I are gonna head down here back to the truck. Hopefully this way's a little faster. Took us a while to get up that route we came up. You're an excellent guide.
You're talking about trees pushing you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. So we're on the flat spot of that, I don't know, ridge line going up to the peak, where I thought maybe that guy had bladed the ground with a bulldozer, but I have absolutely no clue how you get a bulldozer up here without a helicopter or something. Oh geez, go this way. Dude, you took me on a good hike. You pushed me, that was awesome.
We did it.
I cannot tell you how thankful I am for my job as a real estate agent. It's awesome that I'm self-employed and I can do some things like this without necessarily having to ask the boss. Many times my clients do come along. The only sad thing is, in my line of work, sometimes we have to say goodbye and folks move away. This hike was amazing. I just couldn't explain how awesome it was to climb up that ridge with William. We just happened to lose, or we didn't have quite enough time to make it to the peak. So that's just another excuse to go back there. And it's awesome. Every time I go out here, it's really spectacular. So if you want to live a life like this and be able to explore, make sure to give me a call. Again, I'm a real estate agent and my contact info is in the description below this video.